Okay. I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. We are finally back. Took long enough. I have been on quite the journey. So, what happened was I recorded, or like I've recorded this 4 times by now, or I've tried to at least. So, the first screw up, like the reason why the first 2 videos didn't get posted was because I played horribly, and I know like the gameplay isn't really why I post this series. I'm not gonna like I'm not very smart in how I play the game, but it was much worse in those 2 recordings, and so I said, okay, no. I actually I basically rage quit. I just kind of halfway through the recording I said this is not going very well. But like it wasn't just like the gameplay was bad, it was also like my commentary was even worse than normal. I'm saying way too much. I really need to stop doing that. But there it is again. In the last video, there was way more pausing. The pauses were way longer. I don't have a high standard for the quality of the commentary in this series. This is kind of more like the first step into trying to make something like this. I mean, like, I don't even have editing. But, I don't want it to be as bad as those videos were. I at least want it to be better than those videos. And so, and those were only 10 minutes long anyway. So I scrapped those videos. And then my third recording, I played a little better. It was done the day of instead of the night before. The day of like when it was supposed to be posted. Okay. This time, we're not going to get hit by that guy. There we go. And so, but that recording, I played bad because I was playing impatiently. I knew it. I know all about this because I've played this freaking section 3 times already, or 4 times really. But so like, oh, I'm gonna lose this. Oh, never mind. Okay. I don't think it mattered. Yeah, it didn't matter. But so yeah, it just was. It was okay, but it wasn't quite as good. I don't think the commentary was that good either. And that was also, I think, after that recording, I updated OBS. I don't really want wheel. And so, updating OBS was a big mistake. I also updated my emulator, which was not as big of a mistake. Updating my emulator just meant that I lost my old save file and had to get back to where I was, which was pretty easy. I won't lie, I just used cheats to make myself invincible and speed up the game, which made it like a 5-minute task, which was kind of fun. I literally just got to hold forward the entire time and not worry about enemies at all, which in a way was fun, but it definitely... Oh, dang it. I was not getting, like, the real Kirby experience. I was getting the cheater Kirby experience. No, stop it. And so, it was definitely interesting, but I wouldn't, like, try and do anything like that, other than, like, I would literally only use it for what I used it for, which was to quickly get back to a previous point in the game. You bait him in with the tea bags, then he comes in with the dumb dash attack, and you smack him for it. He's gonna freaking jump here? Nope, I was wrong. He grabbed me. I was really trying to not get grabbed. Okay, that's punishable by death. We don't allow that thing here. So, getting back to this point was really freaking easy with cheats. I obviously would never use cheats in this playthrough, other than in the situation I was in, because cheats would really just... I don't think it would make it as fun. And the whole point of the series is both to be like a stepping stone, but also to like kind of... I want to experience the Kirby series. It's something I've genuinely been interested in, because I just think Kirby is a neat little series. I'm not gonna lie, I think I literally already said this in a previous video too, but I literally, I'm more interested in the Kirby series because of the people who I kind of found it through than because of like what the series has actually done itself, which I mean, yeah, you know, I just want to shout out to like everyone who's in the Kirby Live Radio Discord, because you guys both helped me get through some tough times in my life, and also made me want to play more Kirby. And I think Kirby's a really fun series. I definitely think I have an interesting kind of point of view when it comes to video games. I don't like to think of video games in a vacuum, where like, you know, you can only play this one video game, or like, you know, review a video game all on its own. Because realistically, in this day and age, you're not going to play just one video game unless it's like, unless you really like that video game, which is fine. But if you want to play a variety of video games, that is a very realistic and very simple option you have. Because there are just so many free games out there. So many free Flash games, so many, you know, ways to play old games that I can't endorse, but are indeed an option. I can acknowledge that it's an option. Oh, I thought I would one-shot him. Dang it. No. Okay. Honestly, at that point, I might as well just freaking consume them. I was not facing our way. Uh-oh. Okay. But, so yeah, I definitely like to think of video games more like, what role would they fill if you wanted to play a bunch of video games, you know? Like, obviously Dark Souls games, those are not necessarily a game you can relax with, but they're a game where if you want to really challenge yourself, then they're a great option. If you want to, like, try and, you know, if you want to force yourself to have to, like, think through, like, you know, problems in a game. And Kirby games, I would definitely say, are a much more relaxed experience for the most part. There are some aspects of Kirby games that are freaking ridiculous. Notably, the extra game in the first Kirby game, Kirby's Dream Land. That is not at all relaxing or like a chill out moment. That is a big, you have to be turned the heck up. You have to be like focused hard on the game. But like for the most part, like literally the rest of the game, the other half part of the game, because extra game is the exact same as the base game with just new AI. The base game is completely fine for just, you know, relaxing, enjoying a game, enjoying a nice, cute game that has the occasional Eldritch Demon come in. Aw, dang it. What is it? I don't have... I know, like, I said in a previous video also, like, I write stuff down on my phone. I freaking stopped doing that, but I have, like... I literally have been kind of rehearsing what I'm going to be talking about. I've definitely been talking... I didn't turn on my freaking timer to know how long I'm recording. I'm also about to die. Okay, throw out your stupid coconut. The coconut nut is a giant nut, but this delicious nut is not a nut. So, what was I going to talk about? So I talked about the Kirby community. I talked about why this video didn't come out sooner. Gosh, freaking, I already kind of thought I might have to delay the video to, like, a day late because I didn't record the night before, or, like, because I abandoned the recordings the night before. I really want to turn on a certain thingy. Okay, I don't know if that'll pop up on the video or not. I freaking tabbed out of the freaking thing. Okay. Oh gosh. No! Let me pause. Let me get that back. And now pause real quick. And let me see. Okay. Alright, now I know. No, stop it. Bad nuclear explosive. Alright, so now that I have my timer back up, so I know when I should stop playing the game, so it's not like this isn't an hour long. So yeah, I talked about... so my general experience with the Kirby series has been the free games, along with almost all the Switch games. I played the free games because I was a poor little kid with no job with a 3DS up until like high school. I didn't have a phone. I had a 3DS though, and boy did I use that 3DS to like its fullest potential. I'd literally always have that thing if I could, because I had a lot of fun with it. But of course, not having a job meant, and having parents that weren't necessarily interested in buying me more games, which isn't. I wouldn't hold that against them. That's completely fine. What is it? Meant that I had to make the most of what I had, which I did. Light. Oh, okay. Oh, I could have gotten sword. Oh well. But so yeah, I experienced Kirby like not even like through. I didn't even play like get like a demo of like an actual Kirby game like Robobot. No, I played like the Kirby boss game, like Kirby Team Clash or something. I can't remember the exact name, and I can't look it up right now. But like I had a lot of fun with that game. I thought just fighting bosses over and over again was really fun. That's the game that introduced me to like freaking Hammer being busted as heck. Oh, you get iframes. Gosh dang it. He's definitely dead now. I mean now. So yeah, Kirby, he's been a small part of my life, but like not like a huge part. I'm an idiot. The lag. I'm gonna get hit here into it. Okay. Give me the juice so I can murder your comrade. Okay. So wait, did I take a damage? I swear I had like more health in this. Okay, but I need to get back on freaking topic and stop saying and so much. Kirby is a really fun game. I think of games as more of a comprehensive whole, as a catalog to pick from, instead of just individual games and you're only allowed to play this one game. Now, for like, the main thing is, of course, that makes it hard to like rate a game realistically, because it's going to be in a different niche for different people depending on skill level, preference. Like, people that don't like platformers may not want to like chill out with a Kirby game, whereas people who freaking love platformers may not want to chill out at all, but like focus on like being really fast or being really precise in a Kirby game. So definitely, I feel like my point of view isn't necessarily the best, but I like thinking of games more and give me UFO. I definitely like thinking of games less as, you only are allowed to play this game. A problem with that, with viewing games as that and reviewing them like that, on top of not everyone's gonna have the same game catalog to pick from, is also that kind of means your games will compete for similar slots. Like every game in the Dark Souls trilogy, in that kind of point of view, where it's you play a game for a specific purpose, every Dark Souls game would kind of compete for that. Which I can definitely kind of understand. The problem I kind of have with that is that I don't like playing games multiple times. The only exception to that would be roguelites, but that's because roguelites, the whole point is me playing the game over and over again, but getting a different experience each time because it's randomized items and rooms. So I don't know if I should really count roguelites. I definitely don't try and start a new file on roguelites though. I don't ever try and start a new file on a game. I play the game the first time, and I usually try and fully complete the game, and then I don't usually go back. I usually just say, yeah, I had fun, and then I never go back to try and have fun with the same game. And of course, I would not include fighting games, because realistically fighting games are also kind of their own unique experience. And it's hard to say oh yeah, I don't play fighting games multiple times, because it's what would you find is playing a fighting game multiple times? This is literally not at all what I was in my head thinking about talking about in this video, but it's definitely neat to think about and talk about. I won't lie. I talk to myself a lot, but not like out loud. More like I'll have discussions or like try and find like a point of view in like a certain argument or like over a certain thing. Like I'm saying like too much too honestly. And there's another I will talk to myself like, you know, why would people like to play freaking Dark Souls games? They look really freaking torturous and hard to me. I wish I got a freaking copy ability. Instead, I am here to suffer. But, you know, like, I try and weigh pros and cons and whatnot to, like, certain things. Oh, that was close. It's definitely a good thing that they've desynced, because dealing with them when they're synced is so much harder. I would know, because I freaking already played this boss fight before. But yeah, that's kind of how I like. I don't think, again, like reviewing games in as a cohesive whole or like as a catalog is, I will definitely admit it, it's not even close to like the best way to review games. But if you were to like look at all the games you play, would you not say that you usually don't think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back into my playthrough of this game? You usually think like, which game am I in the mood to play? Because most people like a variety of things. Most people do not like to simply do the same thing over and over again. Like, eventually you may get tired of your favorite game, or you may just want like a quick break. And that's not, you know, that's not like unnatural or something. That's completely normal. With me, I definitely think I've experienced that. Most people probably know that I play like competitive Smash Bros. And for like the past month, kind of, I've taken a break from that because I just wasn't enjoying it. You know, even though like Smash Bros. Has been a huge part of my life since like literally 3rd grade, I just wasn't feeling it for like the past 3 months. You know, and so I just didn't play it. It's that simple. I didn't want to play it, so why would I force myself to play it? You know, and I freaking, I mean, I literally, like, I tried to make myself enjoy playing it because, you know, I play it competitively. We have like a whole ranking system, and I didn't want to like lose points, but like I literally just wasn't having any fun. So I said, you know what, if I force myself to play the game for these arbitrary points in this ranking system that we've kind of just made up, I may end up not liking the game even more in the future. It's just better to take a break and just not even play the game. And that's what I did. And now I played the game like this week with a friend during lunch at school, and I was actually really enjoying it. There is a slight problem with that. I missed a freaking secret in there. The door didn't change color. But the problem with that, like playing with my friend, is that in my friend group, I am like undeniably probably the best Smash Bros. Player. You know, due to my pretty serious dedication for the past, you know, few years of my life. Like, and I'm not trying to discredit my friends or like say like, oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm just trying to say like, I've really dedicated myself to like getting good at Smash Bros. I literally like, I constantly, before I really got into the competitive scene, I would fight level 9s almost all the freaking time, which is not a good way to really practice most things, because level 9s behave very stupidly once you kind of get to a certain level of play. Like, now that I've played competitive for like about a year, I kind of like, I look at computers in Smash Bros. And I'm like, this is not a good way to practice at all, because they do the same exact thing in these scenarios and they don't try and like change it at all, which is not what you experience in competitive play, obviously. But I mean, you know, at some point it became, you know, kind of like trying to learn certain characters, like what they might do, because even though, oh no, gosh dang it, bro, you spin me round right round. Even though like level 9 CPUs in Smash Bros, freaking, I'll admit, are not a super good way to practice. At the very least, they will teach you like some of the character's tools and what like someone could or might do with a character. Get spammed. But at the end of the day, they can only take you so far, and realistically, you're better off playing with a real person, preferably someone at your skill level or slightly above, to, you know, improve. And for like most of my time in Smash Bros, I've been at like two different extremes. I've been playing with my older brothers whenever I was really young, and they were a whole lot better than me, which meant I was improving quite a bit every time I played them. I would like to think. I'm not sure. I was like 7 or 8 or maybe even 9. I was playing Brawl, very janky game, and being young meant that I probably really just played the exact same way no matter what against them. But ignoring that, like, you know, realistically, I could have been improving is like the main takeaway. I had a very big opportunity to be improving. Whether or not I realistically took it is up in the air, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay. Gosh dang it. Doesn't matter that much. I'm getting a 1-up. And give me the sword. So, yeah. And then, what was it? Like, you know, the Nintendo Wii and the 3DS came out. I remember, like, my first game on my 3DS was actually Smash Bros. Like, my older brother bought me a 3DS and Smash Bros. And I was super grateful. And I still am, honestly, because I'm so glad that he was, you know, willing to support me. Okay, once again, copy ability is not good here if you can just instantly kill him with the suck. That guy is a helicopter. That guy is a bad shot, too. Okay. And so, you know, my brothers really kindled my passion for Smash Bros. Because it was, like, the biggest way I ever, like, interacted with them as a kid. And, you know, it made me really grow to love the series. Because it just kind of reminds me of, you know, childhood and, you know, trying to constantly improve. And that's what I still do, honestly. I still try to constantly improve. Although I'm not a child anymore. Sucks. Oh, yeah, this level. Freaking playing Bullet Hell. Or Gordo Hell. But, like, this year has been a little rough. I've been arguing with my parents over some things, and there are some rules in their household I don't agree with. And I've been getting grounded because of it. I definitely think I'm kind of finally getting past that phase where I'm arguing with them all the time. They're definitely starting to, like, get closer again, resolving things, which is good. But, like, a big kind of thing was, like, my parents care about my grades, which is good because I don't, even though I know I should. That crouch to dodge that Scarfy was actually kind of immaculate. And so, like, you know, me not caring about my grades, I do understand, like, realistically grades do matter, and I don't think, oh, grades are worthless, I'm never going to use them. I just don't like a lot of assignments in school, which I should just suck it up and, you know, do it. But I'm a lazy sack of poo-poo. I don't want to do it. But, you know, moving on from that, my parents, so, you know, my dad, in an attempt to motivate me, he, you know, he said, like, I'm not gonna allow you to go to Smash Bros. If it's taking away from your grades. Which, again, you know, I do understand the thought process behind it, but the problem was, he then proceeded to, like, for the rest of that week, you know, anytime even if I was doing my work, he constantly was like, oh, doing the work to get the Smashy Bros. And I know he meant well, and I don't hold a grudge against him. The problem is just the way he said it, and my frame of mind at the time kind of made it feel like just really was negatively affecting both my passion for Smash Bros. And my passion and my small will to even, like, play or, like, do homework. And it all accumulated in, like, for, like, the next 2 weeks, I was not having fun at Smash tournaments. Which, again, it wasn't my dad's intention. I even talked to him about it, and he told me it wasn't his intention. Which I believed. I already thought it wasn't his intention. But, I mean, you know, again, like, I have such a freaking little baby amount of, like, attrition and will to, you know, deal with stuff. Give me that health. And so, I don't hold anything against my dad, and, you know, I still love him. And, like, you know, I talked to him about it, we cleared things up, which was nice. And so, but like again, I just need to take a break from Smash. I was definitely very much so like, this is not working out. I am not having fun at the moment. Because the other thing was, in competition, oh dang it, I missed a secret in there too. In competition, I was, really struggling because I wouldn't be like actively thinking in whatever match I was in. I would be thinking more about like stuff I was like, not doing. If I was at a tournament, I would be thinking about, what I need to do to beat this guy I'm playing. I'd be thinking, man, I really have like a ton of homework to do when I get home. Or, dang, I have like a ton of freaking like work. Or, my parents are going to be really freaking mad about the grades that they can't fix right now. Dang it. And so that was definitely heavily affecting my gameplay because I would just be playing on autopilot most of the time, which, like, that isn't necessarily like, most people play on autopilot for at least some time in a match, and you cannot tell me different. Well, that's annoying. But it was really heavily affecting both, like, it was affecting my mindset in the game. It was affecting, my gameplay, and not winning whenever I felt like I definitely could have beaten someone, or just like looking back on my gameplay and saying like, oh, I could have done this better, wow. You get stunned for an hour and a freaking half when that happens. Get me out of here. I definitely just was not in a good mindset, so I was having no fun. And again, like, that's not necessarily, again, that was never my dad's intention. It wasn't necessarily something I can control. I just have a little tiny freaking brain that likes to be negative all the time. I think I just finished 2 worlds, and it's been like 20-ish minutes. I think what I'll do is I'll go back to those levels where I miss secrets, and I'll try and find them. Yes, Kirby, do your little dance. This was literally not at all where I was planning on going with this talk. I was planning on talking about like elementary school, but I'm down for it. We did not do the cool dodge 2 times in a row. So, yeah, and so like I tried to learn different characters. So I'm a Young Link main, I like to say. Mainly because I've played Young Link for so freaking long in the dang game. And like my entire like career of Smash Bros, Young Link has been like a big constant. Like I'll even try and like I'll be forced to sometimes in certain groups of people because they don't want to fight my main because I'm better than them, and they know they'll lose basically every time. They like force me to play different characters. And so I picked up Ganondorf for playing with, people that weren't necessarily super good at the game. Because, Ganondorf's the worst character in the game, and I thought he was really fun. It was more just because I was like, oh, Ganondorf's so fun. It wasn't really like, I wasn't actively thinking like, I'm going to play the worst character in the game. But like, and people didn't complain nearly as much whenever they lost my Ganondorf, which I think was funny. I definitely think people just perceive Ganondorf to be not as annoying. There's definitely like some freaking secret in this room that you need the stupid light ability to see. Alright, so we're just going to freaking kill you. And then this guy's gonna spawn over here, and I'm gonna get the stupid light ability, and we're gonna see what I'm missing out on. Dang it, stupid wall, dude. Okay, so it's not over here. It's probably at the beginning. And so, I mean, again, I tried playing different characters whenever I kind of, dang it. I don't even need that, do I? I tried playing different characters. I picked up Zelda like last week because I played her like a little bit and like I got her on random. I'm dead. You saved me. Extra happy moment. I think I can just leave now, right? If I exit stage, okay, so we can't just do that. And so, funnily enough, my sister plays Zelda, and I told her, and she was like, "No, you take up my character," and I was like, "Mwahaha." It was a fun moment. I remember, I literally have so many freaking memories with Smash Bros. I don't even think I can truly leave Smash Bros. Both, like, even while I wasn't playing it, I would still watch other people play Smash Bros. And even, like, as I wasn't playing it, okay, so there's gonna be, like, some bullcrap like door somewhere in here, I'm assuming, on this massive freaking vertical and horizontal space. How could there not be? Alright, getting back to the topic. I definitely hope people don't mind that this is going to be a little longer because I freaking missed 2 secrets. I mean, you know, realistically, you don't even have to watch the gameplay if I'm being honest. If you just want to listen to these videos, that's completely fine. Honestly, I might as well just make a podcast at this point. Podcast all by myself. Alright. I don't believe, like... What is it? There's gotta be... I'm assuming you need hammer, I guess, to break those? Dang it, my fire's gone. The spark of hope in my life is gone. But, so yeah, I mean, again, like, I can never truly leave Smash Bros. I don't think, like, I'm mentally ever going to be able to, like, say, like, I'm never playing Smash Bros. Again. Oh, maybe this is a secret. Wow. Okay. There we go. I guess I'll pick up where I left off, honestly. I'm pretty sure we got everything. Got the cool parasol float. So yeah, that was the Kirby video. It's gonna be like a little over half an hour. Kinda big for a video. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta do it. Because I'm definitely trying to fully complete the game. Alright, that's gonna be it for now. Bye-bye.